All right, Don. Anthony Ray sent me this. What do you think this is, bro?
I have no clue. Is this some ninja rap?
I honestly don't know. It looks kind of wild, though. Oh, snap. All right, let's get into this, y'all. What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the house once again.
All right, man. So I'm going to take us a trip across the pond. Now, my man Anthony Ray sent me this, and he's like, yo, I've been going down this rabbit hole, and there is Japanese rappers starting to pop off, and this is one he sent me. Now, I just am super curious because I've reacted to some of the K-pop stuff, you know, some of the BTS stuff and the XG homegirls. And I've done some Malaysian rappers, but I have not seen anything that's recent from like a Japan rapper. So I'm just curious now. I don't know if any of it's in English. I don't know what the subtitle's going to be, but I'm still curious. And on our channel, me and you have taken an invested interest in opening our minds to new genres, new cultures, new styles when it comes to music. So I felt like, yo, this is suitable. Let's do it.
I've never seen any Japanese rappers. Can you name one?
No, I can't.
Okay, because you were like, I haven't seen a Japanese rapper in a while.
This is what I was going to tell you. I guess I suspected there were rappers from Japan because there's rappers from everywhere.
Can you name one?
Can I finish? Japanese, in my opinion, are some of the leaders in culture for sneakers, like sneakerheads. They're sneakerheads, and they're breakdancers. And there's a lot of really cool things going on in Japan where they've taken on American culture and made it like their own. So my mind was like, absolutely. In my mind, there's going to be Japanese rappers before a Chinese rapper because China hasn't really taken on American culture like Japanese. And Japan and America actually have a great relationship. So that I was just based off those. I was
I'm sure there is.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I
just don't know any. That's the point that I was making.
Let's get familiar. Maddie Soma. You think that's how you say it? Maddie Soma or Maddie Soma? Maddie Soma, Maddie Soma, OKE.
I have a slight problem already, though.
Oh, Lord. Let's get into the video first. Before we get started, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. But if you're really rocking with the vibe, subscribe to our channel. Trying to hit 100,000 subs before the end of summer. Let's get it popping, y'all. 40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40. All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget, you guys, we've got a bunch of cool Harry Mack reactions on the channel. Coast Contra, J. Cole, Ren, NF. We've got some Toby. We got a bunch of stuff. We just got exposed to Nightwish, Stevie Ray Vaughan. The channel's going crazy. But most importantly, you guys, support some of our original content. I am a rapper. I have original music videos, music. We have original freestyles off the top of the brain, original sketches. Check us out. I have a new music video planned it on the channel now. Rock with your boy. All right, let's get it popping, man. So this is Maddie Soma. Now, I can't lie. I love the sample. Now, I don't know if he sampled the Japanese joint and just went straight like, yo, we going all out Japan with this mother sucker. But, yo, I mean, he's really, I like that intro. Now, what were you going to say before we get into this? What were you going to say? Were you at something?
Yes, I got a problem.
All right.
Are we watching a Japanese video with Japanese subtitles? Why is the closed caption on in Japanese? If I don't know how to...
We don't have to... I don't know, man.
Speak Japanese. I actually tried to teach myself to learn how to write in Japanese back in the day when I was like 15, 16. Because I was so into the samurai culture. I read the Book of Five Rings, Miyamoto Musashi, and I really got into samurai swords. Yeah. And on the samurai swords, on the tang, it's called, you take the handle off and there's the piece of metal, they'll stamp it. And the particular stamp will tell you, what blacksmith made it, what era it was made in. So I was trying to learn that because I was so into samurai swords.
That's kind of actually, low-key, that's an incredible story.
I don't recognize any of those characters at this point.
All right.
So,
Yo, then it's going to be the
I'm a terrible teacher.
Hey, music is the universal language.
Yeah.
So we're going to vibe and see what we hear here. But yeah, shout out to my dude Anthony Race for putting this on my radar. What's up?
Can you switch the closed captions? They're on right now.
Yeah, we want. Don't you want to read?
But they're in Japanese.
But what if, dude, it's better to have them on than not because I don't know what's going to pop up. So we're going to see. This is that's hard though. See, he said let go. See? You see the caption? He said let go.
But that's like, is that Lego my ego or Lego
no,
like...
he's saying Lego. Now this is
build
what's crazy.
like Legos.
Why does his voice sound kind of like Anthony Ray's? Don't he? You gotta have the deep yo.
We can't even get 2 seconds into the song and we're already on some BS.
What do you mean? That's a compliment. Anthony Ray's what I F with
I'm not
Anthony
saying
Ray.
It's not a compliment. I'm just, you know.
All I said is we can read. See, there's the captions you wanted to hate on. See? Bit don't
but
kill.
I understood that
Gotta
part.
Make
he said it in English.
Oh, I didn't understand it. It went too fast for me. So, let's go. But see, there's something, bro. You're a hater. Bro, he sounds like he's chopping in Japanese.
Yes.
And for y'all, so if you're not familiar with chopping, means rapping at a fast pattern. Bro, I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds like he's killing it. At least you know he can ride the beat. And then he's throwing English in. That's what's crazy. Like, I don't know if I could throw Japanese in an English rap. You know what I mean? He's kind of snapping from what I...
Arigato.
This guy. Yeah, one
Mushi
word.
mushi.
This dude got
two words, fool. What now?
I mean...
Bro, can we give it up? He's got some nice hair on him.
Bro, I was going to say...
Nice.
Is that... Do Japanese people wear their hair like that? Like, I know it's not typical... But is that something from their culture, or is this more of like a dread that he's rocking here? Because I saw
look
that
like braids to me.
Yeah, maybe they are braids. They look kind of like a
they
dread
don't look
to
like
me.
Dreads. I mean, I don't know.
Like, see, they kind of look thick like dreads. I have no clue.
Let it play.
Yo, man, this is crazy because you're the one who told me about the Black Samurai. The whole story of what was his name? I forget, but yo, there was a black samurai. There's a legend of a black samurai who was in Japan. And dude, I'm not that but it's like this hip hop is essentially from American black culture. So to see this is kind of dope, bro. I'm enjoying this. This is tight, even though I don't understand majority of what's being said. I'm having a good time. The beat is crazy. The beat is crazy, right? Right there, he's going crazy. He said, she said ADHD. Those dude looked like dreads, bro.
You're right. I thought they were braids at first.
No, I'm telling you, just because they were so thick. OKE. OKE, when I get up on the microphone, OKE, let's go, OKE, let's go, OKE with the dopest flow, when I get up on the microphone, gotta rip it though, yeah, let's get the collab, Maddie Soma, hit me bro, I got you with a verse, OKE, dude, this actually low-key, that beat is crazy, he's chopping.
Yeah, you don't have to understand the language to hear the rhythmical patterns in it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What I'm tripping on though is, doesn't it look beautiful where he's rapping? It looks gorgeous.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm like, dude, this is amazing. I wonder what he's rapping about, because I'm like, dude, you are from somewhere that looks freaking amazing. Like, this is just wonderful.
Japan is so beautiful.
Dude, I've only seen in pictures. I got to get to Japan, bro. A paradise on earth for me, for the places I've been, is Hawaii. I've been to Maui. But Hawaii is just paradise on earth, bro. But, like, when I'm seeing this, I'm like, bro, that just look, bro. And then this gets me in my, like, not trying to be, hopefully this isn't come off like a dumb American. But, like, one of the things that really got me into, I mean, it's true. Sometimes we're dumb. Sometimes we're dumb.
Just throw it out there.
But the things that got me really into Japanese culture was the movie Shogun Assassin and Lone Wolf and Cub. Like, I just loved those movies. And that's what all, so, like, it's just kind of ill. Like, those things really got me into like the swordsmanship, the samurai codes. And I didn't get as deep as you, but I got profound love for the culture. So when I see them showing love to our culture, hip hop, then I'm like showing love to their culture of samurai, samurai swords and stuff like that. It's like, bro, it's really cool. Like, in my opinion, that's just me.
So I originally got into Japanese culture because I took Butokokan karate, which is an Okinawan martial art. And, like, I don't know if you know this, but, like, nunchucks, the, like, scythes, that blade, the, like, curved blade, all of the martial arts essentially came out of the peasants having to fight off the samurai because they weren't allowed to have weapons. So the reason they started using, like, nunchucks are used to, like, thresh rice and, like, grains. You hit it. You hit the grains with it. They weren't allowed to have weapons. So the bow staff, like all these things that you typically think of martial arts weapons, they learned how to use them in that fashion because they weren't allowed to have swords and spears. So that's where a lot of it came from. And, like, a lot of the old forms, like, I never understood it because we'd have to do katas. And I'm like, what is this and this? And the instructor was like, because you're supposed to pull up the armor, because they had those, like, armor that would hang down like a skirt. You're lifting it up because I didn't understand the move. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like it comes from pulling up the armor and then groin striking them. So there's all these little elements about Japanese culture. Now, one of the things that I love about them is they have some, it's like, I think it's called the Tao. Yeah. Or the Tao.
Before you get into it, because that was ill, and you made something that's very profound that I didn't even realize, because I've taken martial arts. And the kata, nowadays, because of UFC, you're like, I just want to fight and be able to protect myself and beat people up. But what you just told me there was so beautiful and profound, because in your kata, you're getting a history lesson. And I didn't even freaking connect that till now. That is amazing. Like, yeah, you're doing these movements that seem like they're worthless, but you're taking a moment in history where people were literally fighting for their lives, and you're reenacting it and showing respect to the history. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
I'm stupid, dude.
There's a lot of moves like that. I didn't understand them because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why am I doing this movement? I've never used this.
You're not going to use it.
Yeah, you're
because
never going to use
from
it.
the past,
and
but it's still beautiful.
And that's what he told me.
You're displaying history.
You're preserving it, and there were certain moves like, okay, this is blocking a spear, and a spear comes at you this way. This movement right here is like emulating someone doing an overhead sword strike, so you're doing this movement to dodge it and then counter strike. So, yeah, I mean,
you were talking about something specific.
The Tao, which is, I believe that's what it's called. So once again, the ignorant Americans, you can roast us, but they have a philosophy of putting your soul into everything that you do. And that's so lost in our culture because nowadays it's like, oh, I'm a trash person. I pick up the trash. Oh, that's a demeaning job, right? And they look down on it. Their philosophy is like everything that you do has meaning and purpose to it, and you should put your soul into it. And even if it's taking out the trash, there's a way to take out the trash in a way that's artistically. So, like, Japanese woodworking is some of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. It's called Japanese joinery. They don't use nails. They don't use screws, right? I literally will go down on these rabbit holes on YouTube and watch these videos for hours, and they will make these precise cuts and form these beams together and these like Legos, but even more intricate. And they have castles that are made, you know, hundreds of years ago, 600-700 years ago, with no screws, no nails, nothing holding them together other than these like joints that are cut in this fashion that have been there for centuries.
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, like I heard about that recently because Sneeko just went to Japan, and he had a conversation. They started talking about the importance of their society, and their society hasn't been, and let's just keep it real, poisoned by, let's say, Western cultures that are a little more debauchery involved. And it's because they put their soul and a bunch of other things into, dude, I love it. What you just said was real. That's raw, man. That's
and I told you
raw.
I got into like samurai swords. We'll close this out because now I'm being long-winded. But the thing that really made me so intrigued by the samurais, well, first of all, I got into samurais. And then when I learned about how the swords were made, so you had the Bushido, which is basically you're walking through life and you're a dead man walking. That was their philosophy, that I'm already dead.
Yeah.
That the only thing that matters in this life is my honor and dying in an honorable way.
Yep.
I'm going to die one way, you know, one day no matter what.
Yeah.
But I should be overjoyed to die in battle. So you have this dedication to the art of war. But then on the other side of that, the people that made the samurai swords themselves, it's a very intricate process. They fold it over and over again, over and over again, over and over. They hammer out the metal flat, and then they fold it, and then they hammer it out and fold it. So what ends up happening is you have these microscopic layers, and each layer is almost like a razor blade. And then they have 3 different types of metal sometimes that they would use, like a hard edge to hold an edge, and then the backbone of it would be a softer metal, because if the blade was hard throughout, when they hit, it would shatter. So they melded it together, these different types of steel, so that it would flex. But the process of making it was a spiritual one. So the craftsman who would make it would actually go through a process where he would like fast, he would meditate, and there's a cleansing process where they'd like bathe themselves in cold water, because they felt that whatever negativity that they had inside themselves would go into the blade. So what they would try to do is clear their mind so that they were coming at it purely, so that they could make a blade that was pure and strong and wouldn't break. They felt that if they had any negativity, any bad emotion, that would go into the blade. Wow. So they were literally trying to put their soul into this. Like,
and create the perfect art in the form of a blade.
Yeah. But that like translates into them making like, you know, pottery and the way that they weave fabrics. I mean, it's miraculous to me.
That's crazy. You guys, well, let us know what you thought of that video, this reaction. If you want us to do more stuff like this, tap in the comments. But yo, that was dope. It was dope. It got us talking about some other stuff too. So that's kind of cool. Whenever you start looking at other cultures and what they're doing in hip hop or music in general, it's always fun. Because I think as Americans, like me and him are actually well-traveled in comparison to the average American. So, you know, I've been all over the world. And so that I keep my mind open to other things in comparison to a lot of people. But I like to bring that to the channel too. And you still learn, because there's so much to the world that we know. So you guys, like, share, comments on all the content, subscribe, help us get to 100K. You know what it is. 40!
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.